again. Welcome to the bigger play where the rubber meets the road and we get straight to it. I've been gone for about a week because we've been getting some things together like how we've been doing, but the reaction's been off the chain. The numbers is running up. Had a few guests. So we back again to just pinpoint what's been going on up until this point. So without no further ado, appreciate you being here. I'm finna get right into it. We gotta tap into it. Y'all gotta check it out. Gotta check it out.
No, sir.
You just gotta take your L, bro. Sometimes
I ain't fresh. I ain't fresh.
you're not free. No.
At all.
Just take sometimes.
No, sir.
You just gotta take your L, bro. Sometimes.
So this is the episode, or this is the segment where we talk about hashtag pay attention. Now, this guy, Derek Lambert, from down south, Dallas, Houston, Texas. I ain't always 100% sure, but I'm getting a lot of different information basically from down south. Now, he got on a fresh polo outfit. Pants got a little crease in it. And what I want you to pay attention to is somebody who we can't see is clowning him. So it appears to be some young ladies clowning him, saying he ain't fresh. And he asking him, man, I ain't fresh. Look, check me out. He clean, nice cut, respectful, got the food in his hand, look like he got double cups, so he probably got a little date or something. And they just clowning the man. So if you look at it and pay attention to it, you can see that he probably carrying himself a certain way. He from a certain era. And what they doing is paying attention to what they want to do. The tight pants, the dreads, the tight jackets. They fashion sense different. But you gonna get on top of this man, and clown him for how he carrying himself, even though he being respectful and he appear to be fresh. Now, this the part. He went viral. He going viral. I'm talking about him now. He continuing to go viral. And it's a reality that happened. Pay attention now. What's this segment? It's a pay attention segment. LIG off of him going viral. He put up another outfit with LIG on it. LIG gave this man a sponsorship, offered him some sort of, we gonna give you clothes now. Like a brand ambassador, some sort of, we gonna sponsor you, we gonna sponsor your clothes now. Now y'all doing all that talking. Who's sponsoring y'all? Who gave y'all some sort of brand ambassador deal? Now this man is at basketball games, fresh. This man posting up different clips of him having them fresh, putting LIG on the map. And as a result of that, I got on a little rule right now. I'm a little decent. I'm trying to figure it out too, because I'm from a different era too, where we used to wear creases. I don't do the creases, but I ain't fresh. I try to be fresh. So he got a deal. Do you got an LIG ambassador in fresh? That man put himself in position just by talking to y'all, and y'all put him in position by clowning the man to now, well, a rich company, a big company offering him a situation to where, hey man, we'd like to do you a number. We'd like to do you a solid. We're gonna come on through here. Pick out what you want, bro. We want to see how you looking with this on. So you gotta pay attention to how one party might feel this way and another party might feel this way. The man got on polo, fresh New Balance, put it together nice. But because it appears to come from a certain era, which I can remember what era that is, but he looked good with it. He ain't look outdated. You got to pay attention to who you think might be right when in actuality they wrong. And now they sitting up I seen another video where they sitting up saying, well, one of the guys that was, one of the ladies or whatever that was clowning the man, saying, man, y'all tripping. This how we Jones over here down where we at. Y'all must not be from. Well, it put him on. And Buddy was fresh. That's at the end of the day what we talking about. So you really got to pay attention to what's going on out here, which is what I'm doing. That's why I'm here with y'all right now, back again with another Bigger Play episode. And we here to tap in, working on the set, trying to get the colors and everything right, trying to get it right. The audio, everything is coming together pretty nicely. I'm happy to be here. We've been working. We're doing putting in a lot of work. Me and Water putting in a lot of work. We just doing every day, staying consistent, and we still here, and I'm just so happy. But once again, I ain't fresh, huh? Gone viral when you fresh. Yeah, bro, I told you already with the reaction, you was doing your thug. So what y'all need to do, pay attention to what's real. It's a lot of things happening. Podcasts, reactions, people putting their perspective out there, putting their perception out there, verbally, mentally, visually, they doing it day in, day out, and this where we at. So, boom, we got to go to this next segment, and I want to tell y'all once again, welcome to the Bigger Play, where the rubber meets the road. We're going to put the pedal to the metal. We right here with it and getting straight to it. You dig? And that's how we going. So we working on that next segment, and that next segment is called What We Doing. In this segment, we pull out a clip, and we try to ask you, hey, man, you see what's going on? We need to ask you a simple question. When you see this, we want to know what is you doing about what you're seeing. You dig? Walk with me. Check it out.
A lot of men are visual creatures. Let me walk through what I just made. Why I won't sleep with a man who makes less than $200,000 a year. The average one-bedroom apartment in LA, this is where I live, is $2,800 a month, although my rent is significantly more than this. That means that you have to make 3 times the rent in order to qualify. That's $8,400 a month before taxes and $800,000 a year. But hold on, I know what you're thinking. That sounds like a lot of money. Just wait. Men want to do this thing where they want to take their pants off, and that's fine because I want to take my pants off too, but hold on. If we have a little baby, the average 2-bedroom in Los Angeles is $3,800. That means that you now have to make $11,400 a month, which brings you to $136,800 a year. I know what you're thinking. Oh my God, that's so much money, but wait. You're not really coming home with that $136,800 because you have roughly 30% in taxes, and this is a conservative estimate, okay? Meaning that $41,040 of that is going to be taken, so your new bring home is going to be $95,760 a year. But hold on, if we divide that by 52 weeks, that means that you are going to bring home $1,841.54 weekly, or $7,366 monthly. I know what you're thinking. That's amazing. However, you have benefits. Do you know how much benefits are for a family of 3 on a silver PPO plan? Because be so for real, I am not giving birth in a county hospital, okay? Also, let's just pay a higher premium now unless you want to get a bill for $100,000 at the end of the birth, okay?
All right. So what we doing? This is the segment where we deal with the aspect of what we doing. Are we paying attention to that? Hence, pay attention. Are we paying attention to what she's saying? We here. However, what we doing? What we doing is keeping it real. What we doing is staying 100. You can get your pen and pad out, but your mama made it, your father made it, you made it here. Was your parents making these for not? Let's talk about it. In 2024, she just said you got to make $200,000 in California. Let's just be realistic. They pushing this narrative. You bring people working together. People who is building families, building legacies, building foundations. People are getting together. People are pooling their resources, pooling their finances, and people not. Well, I mean, so many people are. We talking about the people that's thinking, the people that's not. People are living modest in order to make things work. the smart people. Now, those people that put this image out here, like people literally making 200,000, what percentage of people make $200,000 a year? Okay, you can go to blackdemographic.com here, you can go to Google. That's a percentage of people across the nation that makes this amount of money. What percentage is that? It's millions and millions of people in the States. The majority of them people, half of those people, it's a small percentage of the pool of them people that's making 200 grand. So what we doing is not listening to gibberish or not following gibberish. It sounds good. It makes sense. But if everybody making 200,000, who working? If you making 200,000, what you doing? You can't make it at McDonald's, so you can't get nothing to eat. You can't make it at no restaurant, so you can't get nothing to eat. Who making all this money? Because people making babies, people buying cars, people buying homes, people going to school, people taking out loans, people shopping, people going to movies. People is living their life. The kids is being fed, the kids is coming up. Yes, we do have a level of poverty that exists. But that's not because a person not making $200,000. That's in California. That's not because a person not making $100,000 in St. Louis. I mean, what we doing? People doing a lot of talk. No. The wise thing to do is find somebody to work with, whether you in that position or not. Say you is making 200,000. What if your lady is somebody that has dreams, somebody that wants to pursue their dreams? So because you making 200, she can't go pursue her dream? Y'all got a little baby? Y'all can't facilitate it? You can't make it happen? You making 200,000. That just ain't falling out the sky. You going to work for that 200. What's she supposed to be doing? What if she's a housewife with the kids and you working all day and she feel, man, I'm not happy here just taking care of the baby. I'm not happy here just making a home, making a house, because some people be saying they want to be a housewife, they want to make the home a happy home. If that is, so be it. What if she changes in 5 years? The baby 5 years old or the baby 4 years old, about to be 5, and she feel as though I want to go out and pursue me a career. I want to do some things. I want to add. I want to leave my legacy. I want to put my imprint on the society. You're not used to that. Are you upset? He's not used to you doing that. How do he supposed to feel? Now he worried about you. It's dangerous out there. You moving around. You're not at home. The baby being raised by somebody else. So we have to figure out the dynamic of what type of relationship we want to have. That's what we need to be doing. That's what we doing. That's how it's supposed to be going. Let's sit down. Let's break bread together. Let's talk together. Let's grow together. Let's understand each other. And let's understand what we're doing in this union before we even facilitate a family to take it to where we're trying to take it to. Because everybody running around here, 100,000 heirs. No, you're 30,000 heir. You're 20,000 heir. At the end of the day, you broke. Even if you at 100, you still broke. Everybody be running around with these big numbers. You got 100, you want to ride this, you want to go? Stop it. Let's stop it. Let's humble ourselves. Let's be modest. Let's respect money. And let's figure out how we can make this work. Because in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, up until now, in recent years, everybody running around with these big numbers. When you broke, you've been broke, you're going to continue to be broke for a while. Some people going to be broke forever. They ain't entitled to live life. They ain't entitled to bring. These conversations can go on and on and on and on. But the reality going to tap that conversation, going to tap it. It's going to tap it. It's going to say tap, 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 tap. Tap, tap, tap. It's going to make you calm on down because you're doing too much. You can get a job. You can have benefits. Or you can put certain things on the back burner, pursue your dreams, and the heavens will fall once you do that. Everything will fall into your lap. Because the universe and God will see fit. Well, God within the universe within God, because they one and the same. So I make sure I got to choose my words right. Or see fit that you are granted the desires of thine heart, especially if they spiritually aligned. You understand? So we got to stop with all this 100,000, 200,000. You won't date a man. What we doing with her though? Because one thing I found out is that in society we live in, just in mass, most people solidify a man's success by his resources, by his ties to a community, by the level of individuals he surrounds himself with, and mainly, number 4, by his pocketbook. Where I come from is one thing that whoop all them. It's integrity. A word that a lot of people don't use, but I move off that. I'm going to put that first over everything. Okay? And that's going to align with everything the right way. Okay? Now, for us, for us women, men are visual and certain men. You know, a lot of guys might not have a level of integrity, so they'll just go out and just, y'all know. But the ones that do have a certain level of self-discipline about themselves, a certain level of self-respect, we looking at you and we bringing this 200 to the table. We bringing integrity to the table. We bringing resources to the table. We bringing spirituality to the table. We bringing respect to the table. We bringing a lot of things to the table. For that, what are you bringing? I'm into beautiful women. Some guys are physical. They assess you physically. They like to be aesthetically pleasing. Nothing against the young lady, but you claiming 200. She said that I didn't, which ushers us into our next segment of She Said It I Didn't. And we love the She Said It I Didn't segment, as we love the other ones. Today we got a pretty few nice, decent segments, but we're going to walk on up into this one. Appreciate you being here. Once again, it's The Bigger Play. Walk with me.
The video where Candace Owens says that she chose her husband because he is one of the few people who can match her intelligence. No matter what you may think of Candace Owens, I don't disagree with her. When you choose a partner, you're choosing somebody who is your intellectual capacity match. But not only that, they're your emotional intelligence capacity match as well. When you voluntarily gone into a relationship, even if the relationship ends up being toxic, you have to take accountability with yourself that your emotional intelligence level, your level of awareness is also what dictates whether you desire this relationship and continuously opt in for the encounter to actually become a relationship, even marriage. Let's apply this to friendships as well. This is why I say that the good girl can never be an ally for the bad bitch. Because what the bad bitch does, good boundaries are mean to her. The good girl, ruthlessness makes her very uncomfortable. The good girl cannot stick around the bad bitch. So next time you're rationalizing with yourself that these people are horrible, remember that you have allowed them in as well. What this responsibility does is that it allows you to take responsibility for your own growth. And this is the only thing that's going to help you make better decisions in the future. Don't just develop your intellectual capacity, develop your emotional intelligence too. Then you often already see things coming and you would nip it in the bud.
See? And she said that I didn't. A lot of people go in on Candace Owens because she has a perspective. Now, what we gonna do, y'all? What we gonna do? We gonna be having freedom of speech? Or is we gonna chastise people and beat people down for their perspective? See, it can go either which way. It's not a balance. It should be, but it's not. I like Candace Owens, I must admit. Now, the careful people do this. I like Candace Owens, but some of the things she say, I don't like how they do Kevin Samuels. Some of the things she say I don't agree with, but she ain't done nothing wrong to me. Some people might say, oh, bro, you must ain't paying attention to how she talked about George Floyd and he wasn't. This is what I try to do. This is what I attempt to do. This is a goal of mine. I try to see the value that a person brings to the universe. The value that a person has raising a family. Seems that she got married, bear children within the marriage. This is a thing that's very complicated to do. I can be admirable of that. I admire that. Now, I can't expect her to agree with me. I can't expect you to agree with me. I can't expect me to agree with them all the time. I don't see her shooting nobody. I don't see her killing nobody. I don't see her doing certain things that I've seen that's very detrimental to us in our community. You can always take a negative and turn it into a positive if your perception of that negatives allows you enough grace to say, hold on, let me make it this. Because you got something called the N word. A lot of people want to do away with it. It ain't going nowhere. However, at one point it was used from some of the most heinous acts that you would ever want to witness. And I don't want to go there. However, now, from where I come from, it's then shifted to a term of I love you, to a term of endearment amongst those that share their heritage. Okay? So it's about sitting down with Candace Owens and maybe having a certain type of dialogue with her so that maybe we can come to some sort of balance to see how we can all help uplift the culture. I ain't gonna put her down, it ain't gonna happen, especially not for no words, okay? Now this young lady spoke about choosing a partner and friendships, your relationships. She said it, I didn't. I'm just saying some of the things that she may have not said and expounding on some of the things that she did say. So who's responsible for the person that you chose? Is you responsible for that? Or is your parents responsible for that? Because at one point in life, and it still goes on, but not in mass, there's something called vetting, a vetting process. Vetting process is basically your parents or the people that love you around you and has number genuine love for you and the person coming your way that's doing an interview. Not at one time. As you're on an overall interview of the person that you're dealing with, trying to see is this a good fit for you, trying to see if you guys' morals align, trying to see if you guys' values align, trying to see if the essence of you guys align, so that way it won't be a whole lot of friction. It'll be a smooth, easy alignment. See, the narrative that's being pushed is just we wild, we don't respect each other. Fighting all the time, big arguments, trauma, mental illness, these narcissistic, all these words is just being thrown around when really people haven't did their due diligence on the research and they haven't did their due diligence on the history of these words. They're just throwing them around now. But if the vetting process was there, that would have been a level of protection to say, okay, you guys got a good energy, you got a good chemistry. However, certain things not aligning, which going to definitely cause a problem. That's not what's happening. What's happening is no vetting is taking place. We vetting with our eyes. Man, she fine. Bang, 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 bang. She vetting with her eyes, which is a new thing. Bang, 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 bang. Here it is. We get together. We bear a child. We not married. We have no family. We fall out. We break up together. The family tore apart. And I'm moving on. You moving on. No vetting. Where we at? We got a bunch of blended families. And then them go crazy. Now we on number 2 and 3 kids. 4 different. And people don't want to accept accountability. They want to just point the finger and blame the next person. No. You got to accept accountability for the decisions that you make. And do a small vetting. There's nothing wrong with us sitting down, talking, see if we can have a decent conversation together. Now she talking about choosing partners. Candace Owens said something that hurt people. The dude I met matched my intelligence level. What's wrong with that? It sounded harsh. It sounded like she was saying her people ain't smart. No, she met a guy that she feel was on her level, and as a result, they had a chemistry. They got married. Is what it is. Came together, put a union together, talk together, sit down together, argue together, fix it together, recreate, reconstruct, find solutions to problems. That's a good thing. We have to choose the person that we're dealing with. We have to choose that person. You have to choose that person carefully and wisely, but we don't. And then when it go left, we want to get mad at everybody else besides ourselves. It's accountability. She said it, I didn't, and at the end of the day, that's just what it is. All right? And even when it go wrong and it go left, and you learn from your mistakes, which make that a learning experience, not a mistake, you do what? Usher on into the next segment. And guess what that is? That's the segment that tell you, hey, young fella, how you doing today? I'm going to need you to do me a favor and what? Keep going. And that's where we at. All right? Let's get it.
Oh my God.
Huh?
What are you doing?
Nothing. Turn around.
I told you.
I got you a little gift.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm nervous.
You ain't gotta record off the phone.
For
That's a
real?
little gift. Yeah. You want it?
Close my eyes.
Yeah.
No.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Oh my God, it's going. Oh my God. What the hell?
What the hell? He needs some milk.
What in the world? No, this is too much. It's too tight. It's too tight. It's too tight. It's too tight. It's okay. We had one link. This is.
Wait, hold on. It fit up here though, right?
No, it might fit actually.
I mean, we add one more link, but I just want to see you put it on. That's nice. That's really nice.
Are you serious?
Got the diamonds in it too.
What the heck? Ooh,
Oh, flip it
thank
around.
you. What in the world?
Boom.
I'm gonna add a link so I can move it.
Yeah, you got a link. You got a link when you get to Miami.
That's right.
That's nice. That's the kind of watch I wanted.
Thank you so much. I can't believe you did that.
That's the kind of watch I wanted. That's what he said. However, went and got it for his lady. Check it out. I've been watching DDG for a little while. Young guy. I like Kai, DDG, Deshae, Duke, Aiden, because it's something different when you can be inspired by the youth. And I've always been inspired by the youth. And more so now than ever. And hence, I'm sitting here with you guys doing this. You can start small. But if you don't keep going, hashtag keep going, then you never know where you can get to. This young man doing a lot now, but doing music, doing YouTube, and You start at a certain level. But he kept going. And now, not 30 years later, not 40 years later, but years later, 3, 4, 5 years later, maybe even 6, maybe even 1, for those who choose to put the work in, kept going to a point where now he's a respectful young guy. He has a respectful young lady, was able to facilitate a child and usher the child into the world, and not, even though he in the media, not a overwhelmed like how most people be. No, just cool, calm, and collected, and now able to put a token of his appreciation on his lady. A major, prime, phenomenal example of what hashtag keep going will get you to. What hashtag keep going will take you to. What hashtag keep going will do for you if you keep going. This is a segment that is going to always resonate with me and anybody that I'm trying to talk to, because at the end of the day, it's hard. Who don't want to give up? People give up every day, all day. Every day, all day. And it's something that push them and say, man, keep going. But it's something over here, the stress, the family, the negativity, the drama, the devil, the bad angels, the down energy. They'll fall into that when they need enough over here to tell them, no, don't stop. It's bigger than that. Motivate somebody. You don't know what level of motivation you can get somebody. You don't know how they feeling. They can be down and you could just tell them, man, I see what you're doing. You just keep going. And you could put something on their heart to where they like, man, I'm so thankful. And I ain't gonna stop. Just based on that little energy you gave them. It was massive. Don't stop. A lot of people look, they think they can't do it. I was like, I love music. I do music, right? And I was just song after song dropping. Still is to this day. Really getting aggressive with it now because thank you. I see it, so I'm thankful. But I was like, man, a man was like, man, we need to get into the podcasting game because you got a lot to say. I got things to say. We just need to talk about certain things to try to give a different perspective. I like, man, I ain't good with the camera. I ain't got no cameras. I don't know how to. I get nervous. I said, man, look, I just want to do my music. Man, you need to get your own studio. Man, I don't know how to work that equipment. Everything I was doing that I was comfortable with was okay. The things that I wasn't doing, I made a million reasons and excuses of why I couldn't have a studio, why I couldn't do podcasting, why I couldn't buy a Mac computer, why this, why that. It was all negative. He heard that and he was like, always encouraging. No, I know it'll work. This is what you got to do. Just give it a try. Kept doing that till one day I said, man, you know what I'm going to do? I like the energy. Let me try to buy a little piece of equipment. One thing led to another. I got the equipment. I was like, whoa, what I'm going to do with it? He got up, came to the crib. I seen him working. I say, man, it ain't as hard as I thought. He showed it to me. He was willing to come show it to me. And it made me feel like, showed me how to do it in a way that it wasn't complicated. Like, man, here, just go buy it. You figure it out on your own. That ain't what happened. He was willing to come sit down with me and show me how to do it. I seen him do it. When he left that night, I worked on it. Figured out a little bit. I couldn't really figure it out. The next day I called him back again. Worked on it. Kept going. The next day I called my producer, man, that do my album. Next one. Called next one. I said, God, I need you. He said, I'm going to get over there. It took him a few days. I worked on it till he got over there. Got over there. Kept going. Before you know it, I recorded my first song. And when I tell you, a spirit and an energy came over me, I was so ecstatic, and I had to thank the people that gave me the inspiration and was telling me, man, you need to do this you need to get your own studio. And I had to thank them, because today, and I'm gonna put it out, I got an album that I recorded myself, that I learned how to work these tools. I did the vocals. Now the engineering ain't no Dr. Dre. It ain't Next One. It ain't that. But it's well enough for the people to listen to it and hear it. And I'm gonna put it out just like that. Cause that's gonna be a product that showed how I kept going and was able to achieve something that I thought I couldn't achieve. This is a fact. And that's just the music studio. Now, I'm here. Something else. All off an iPhone. Been podcasting. We over 300 days straight. We haven't skipped a day. This is a fact. Posting every day for over 300 days straight. Okay? Off of getting down here, off of setting us up with a little situation, off of steady having conversations. You know how you go to you know how you have a conference room? We go to conference. We go to conference every day. We run into problems. What we gonna do? This one out. Man, I don't have this. Man, the camera messing up. The mic sound horrible. All of that. We fought through all of that to get to where we at now. It's so much to talk about, but I'm just giving y'all I'm just trying to give you a little motivation and a little inkling, a little inclination of how you can get to where you trying to go if you just keep on going. You got to keep going. Yeah. Ooh, that's good. Yeah. Just to show you, no surprises here. No surprises here. Other than a big surprise. Yeah, I appreciate y'all being here, and I want to let you know, if you stay focused, if you stay consistent, even if you lose focus for a moment, even if you find a little moment where you stagnate and you can't, if you get back on the trail, if you keep going, to the public, they ain't got the truth in them. Lights out, gas off, bootless, this city pimping. Blocks on fire cause the homeowners broke as fuck. Taxes up, water bill higher than a Civic truck. It's a bigger play, a bigger play. Death before dishonor is the only way.